it is time to start taking care of yourself. So a few weeks ago, I ended up at the hospital for the most ridiculous reason. I was dehydrated. I simply forgot to drink water. And so after that, I had a wake-up call. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 positive habits that will change your guys' life and will allow you to stay healthy and not end up in the hospital like me, because guys, being connected to an IV for about 2 hours just so I can be hydrated again was not fun. And on top of that, I had a headache for like 6 days straight, which made me not focus on my business as much because I was recovering. So it's better to take care of yourself before you get to a really dumb stage like me. So as a solo entrepreneur, I'm doing like 5 things at once. I'm trying to focus on making money, but I also have other projects in mind. And so I'm constantly thinking that sometimes I forget to think about this body of mine. So habit number 1, start meal prepping. If you guys aren't doing this already, it is so important. When I was meal prepping, anytime that I was super busy, like I would just have to go to the fridge, grab something. I had like little bags of trail mix ready to go by my desk, a banana, whatever, but also just lunch, dinner, and breakfast, lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What am I even talking about? So have those meals ready to go. You don't have to meal prep the 7 days, but if you just meal prep 3 days, you're already 3 days ahead of schedule, because I am so bad at doing this, guys, and that is why sometimes I even forget to eat. And it is the reason I ended up at the hospital, and I don't want you guys to end up at the hospital. I personally, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm still struggling with this. I used to be better at it, and now starting my business, I tend to like forget. Like, even Sundays are work days for me, and they used to be meal prepping days. So just figure out a day in the week where you could take time, just meal prep. It's gonna be so helpful, I promise you guys. When I meal prep, it's so easy to just grab and go, and I can be on the go, I can be taking meetings, but at the same time, my body's nourished and I have more energy. So it's so important to just have food ready to go so you won't be hangry and want to slap somebody every time they just like talk to you. That's me. Number 2, get sleep. Look, as an adult, having 8 hours of sleep is amazing. I have been trying to at least get 7 hours, but sometimes I tell myself that I'm gonna go to bed at 11. So I'm super excited. I'm going to bed at 11. I get on my phone, I'm scrolling. By the time I actually fall asleep, it's like 1 a.m. That's not good. So what is best to do is be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed at 9. If you want to scroll on Instagram, you have 2 hours to scroll and you go to bed at 11, you wake up at 5. That's like 6 hours. You know, not everyone can live off 6 hours. Is that 6 hours? Yes. So you're so great at math, Karla. If you're an addict and you need to scroll on your phone during bedtime, we'll plan ahead. Go to bed at 9, you'll be going to bed at 11 rather than going to bed at 11, scrolling, and then going to bed at 11 or at 1. But honestly, the best advice I can give you is just like, don't even use your phone. Put that phone like walking distance from your bed. That way you won't be tempted to scroll and you can fall asleep. So guys, getting sleep is very important. Meditation and taking naps have been super helpful since I've recovered from this weird thing that my body was going through. Like, when I ended up at the hospital, I still don't even know really what happened. I mean, they obviously said I was dehydrated, but there was so much other things that were happening to my body. A lot could be a factor to that. Like, I probably didn't get enough sleep. I probably didn't eat enough. Meditation and like just taking a nap throughout the day, especially if you're a business owner, you can create your own schedule. And you know what? Even if you work at an office during your lunchtime, use a meditation app, like put 10 minutes on your phone, unplug for 10 minutes. When I worked a full-time job, I sometimes would go take a walk, which is different from napping and meditating. But other days I would just like sit there in stillness, like at a park eating my lunch and just focusing on nothing but what I was doing at the moment, and it was super helpful. But in terms of taking a nap, like sometimes I just set my alarm for 30 minutes, I nap, and then I'm like good to go for the rest of the day. And I mean, this video really is focused on the entrepreneurs because I feel that entrepreneurs, we tend to just be like, we gotta go, 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 go. And then we don't think like, hey, you won't be able to do all those projects if you don't take care of yourself first. And I'm, like I said, I'm guilty of this. So one highly recommended habit that I've done is taking a day off in the middle of the week. I don't do it every week, but the weeks where I have less things going on or I feel super overwhelmed, like from the prior entire week, I just take like a Wednesday off where I just go and have coffee at my local coffee shop and don't work, or just go and, you know, spoil myself with a pedicure or massage. Just pick a day in the middle of the week where you can do whatever you want. Maybe you are a workaholic and you still want to work, so instead focus on a passion project that you've been putting off because you've been more focused on like your client work or your YouTube videos or whatever it is you are. Like for me, I love to write, so when I have some time off, I like to go and edit a book that I hope to one day put out. That's like when I have time off and I want a self-care day in the middle of the week, I like to use it for massages, just to focus, just to hang out with my family, write that book that one day will be published. So yeah, it's okay to take a day off. You're not a failure if you take a day off. Listen to your body. This is super simple. Like, notice any weird symptoms that you have going on lately. Start writing those down. See like the patterns, like listen to your body. Like just simply listen. If you're hungry, feed yourself. I know this is so simple and you guys are probably like, duh, but a lot of the times we just tend to ignore certain things because we're like, oh, it's just a headache. Okay, that's what I did. I was just like, oh, it's a headache, it'll go away. The next day I'm like, oh, I still have a headache. Maybe I have a cold. I was acting like I was a doctor and I knew what was going on with my body. And like, I'm like, this is probably a cold. All I have to do is drink ginger tea and pop some cough drops and I'm good to go. If you don't have insurance, I know a lot of entrepreneurs, creatives out there might not have insurance because we don't, you know, work for a company. Get insurance, please. Like, that is probably the best idea that I could have done. I'm not a fan of going to the doctor, but I had to because there was definitely something odd going on my body. Because of personal experience, at the end of the day, building a brand does not matter if your health is not there. Like, simply as that. So I hope this video serves as a wake-up call for you guys. So please take care of yourself, guys, okay? I need you here on my channel, watching my videos, subscribing. If you have not hit subscribe, hit that bell. But no, seriously, jokes aside, like, I think that you guys really should focus on your health. And I wanted to make this video for anybody who was struggling to focus on self-care, because at the end of the day, my channel is all about bettering yourselves. Like, I'm imperfect. I want my channel to be a community of like-minded people who are trying to better themselves. I'm still trying to better myself. So that's all I have to say. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.